माझा आवाज येतोय का? Hello, Amit, are you able to hear me? Hello, Amit. Are you able to hear me?
Amit, you are on mute, I think.
Amit, आवाज ऐकू येतोय का?
Amit, you are on mute.
Sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Niranjan, I can hear you.
Okay, Amit, I think now he has unmuted him. Yes, Amit. Amit, are you able to hear now?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear.
Now I am able to hear. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
We have 1 minute to go.
Yes, yes.
Has Nitin ji joined?
Yes, Nitin sir has joined.
Okay.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Niranjan. Good evening, Mr. Srinivas.
Namaskar, sir. So welcome everyone. As a tradition of RISE, we will start our session with National Anthem. I request everyone to stand up. National Anthem will play it immediately after this message. Amar to play the National Anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Bharat Mata ki
Jai.
Welcome everyone to this wonderful evening.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Yes. So I request Anandji to give everyone a RISE oath. Over to Anandji.
Somehow I'm assuming that he's not joined.
Okay, so can I request you to start with the
Yes,
oath,
I could.
please?
Give me a moment. I'm sharing the oath. Okay, it's already come.
Yes,
And I request everybody to repeat after me.
sure.
I'm a responsible human being,
I'm a responsible human being,
ready to support, share, and collaborate.
Ready
ready to support, share, and
collaborate.
collaborate.
I will be honest in my actions towards everyone.
I will be honest in my actions towards everyone.
I will enjoy my journey with large heart and tolerance
I will
Enjoy
enjoy
my journey with large heart and
heart
tolerance
tolerance
towards Arise community and society.
towards
Arise
Rise community and
and
society.
I will establish entrepreneurial brotherhood
I will establish entrepreneurial brotherhood
to strengthen my country and humanity.
to strengthen my country and
humanity.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Thank you. You can stop sharing now. Niranjan, over to you.
Yes, yes. Just give me a second to connect to. Yes, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Thank you. So today we will start this wonderful evening with Chairman's Dr. Yogesh Pawar's address. He will enlighten us with the activities that arise take place. Then we will have members induction. New members who have joined us during last 1 month, those will be inducted by Dr. Yogesh Pawar. I will take you through the activities and events that have been past events and then some new events which are coming up. This will be followed by a presentation by Shri Nitin Agrawal ji, who will present L&T SuFin solution that will boost your business, that will enable you to take business to a different levels. And Mr. Srinivas Chaudhary will moderate with the question and answers that are coming up with the attendees. Following this, we will have one interactive session with Arise members. We'll start to understand their difficulties in these current situations, how we fight it together, and we'll take some takeaways from all these discussions. So this is what we have set for today's evening. Let us start this evening today with Dr. Yogesh telling us about the Arise activities.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much for accepting our invitation, Nitinji. After our first discussion about how the SuFin platform has come out and how it will boost the e-commerce on B2B section, we were really excited and also thought that all our members should definitely be, benefited out of it. There
Thank
are
you.
members and non-members both. So there are members and non-members both in this community right now who join in. This typically is called as the synergy meet, where we get industry experts and industry, people who could benefit, who could help benefit the MSME sector. So important here is that we consistently keep looking at certain good services that will help boost the business through these synergy meets. Now, for a second, very important people who have trusted and become the members, welcome all new Arisans. Thank you very much for becoming the Arisans. The ethos of Arise is share, collaborate, and learn. Now that is something that we always value our values, and I always keep saying that we can be less in numbers, but we should be big in heart and big in actions. Arise was formed 4 years back. As a non-profit organization, our effort has been to work into 3 categories. The first category is where we talk about how we can collaborate and look at the future of our businesses. The second category is to make like-minded friends, and not networking, but friends. And more importantly, the third element is how do we live a holistic business life rather than running behind numbers and trying to make profits. How can we have peace of mind and still make profits? So with these ethos, we started off, and I think today, after 4 years, we are now slowly and steadily spreading across the country. We have horizons in Gujarat, we have horizons in Tamil Nadu, we have horizons in Kerala, we have horizons in Delhi, and slowly, steadily, it is growing. More importantly, for all of us to understand, the ethos of Arise will remain the way it is because it is built on a strong foundation of learning from each other, the best practices that we do in our own businesses, the best practices that we see across the globe, and the best practices of living and taking actions. With this, we have embarked on various different projects, whether it was a project where we wanted to revive the businesses that were not functioning well in the COVID situation. I'm proud to say, though being a very small community of 300, 400 people, we were able to revive over 20 businesses which were almost stopped during the COVID days. This was undertaken by a project called Operation Reboot. Then we led the last year the Operation Udan. Operation Udan was focusing on how can businesses come together, collaborate, and probably start bidding and buying better things and more things. Very happy to share that there are 6 sectors that are working, right from defense to agriculture to EPC work, automation. All of these sectors are working, and happy to share that people have been able to collaborate and do businesses very well with them. The third very important thing that we did in the last year, and we are still doing it, is continuous, is our recovery clinic. Our recovery clinic is one of a unique project that we run where we have professionals who come in every month and address the challenges that our friends have when it comes to recovering the money from the market. They are professionals, they help you, they guide you, and they ensure that the money is recovered from the market. There are good cases that we have been able to recover from the market, up to an extent that we were able to recover 40 lakh rupees of an horizon called Mr. John D'Souza. So all of these are unique activities that we do, and that's one of the reasons why we are closely knit as a community. More importantly, the future that we look at is the Inspiring India movement, which is to be destined on 22nd of October 2021. We all will be looking forward and meeting in one place where we will innovate products, we will talk to each other and network with each other, we will create partnerships with each other, we will ensure that we are leveraging with coming together, and more importantly, learning together. A very unique project that we have been working on is Project Manaver. Project Manaver has been working on the underprivileged HIV infected kids, and we have now focused on making 15 of these girls and boys who are around at 17, 18 age. They are not getting jobs. We said, let's not give them jobs, let's make them employers. And one of our trustees is working relentlessly every month, every week with these kids to make them employers. So in a very short duration of time, we will see 15 of these kids becoming entrepreneurs like you and me. And I think this is what is the ethos of Arise. The emotions and economics go hand in hand. And I'm 100% sure all of us are united in this thought that we all should be emotionally very strong and economically fantabulous. With this, I hand it over to Niranjan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Very nice talks and very wide vision of Arise, how it is becoming a very important organization throughout MSME industries. I would like to take this point ahead with inducting new members. I request again Dr. Yogesh Pawar and Sri Anand Palnitkarji to induct the new members who have joined Arise community.
Anandji, can you hear me? You are there? You can unmute yourself, Anandji.
Yeah.
Okay, we have. Yes, sir.
I'm just traveling, so voice may get distracted.
I'll get it executed. No worries. I'll get it executed. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So we have a first horizon who's joining this this month, Mr. Anand Paranspe. Happy to tell you that he is probably one of the best freight forwarder in this country. He himself is so forward thinker that he has contributed and created a community of thousands of freight forwarders with him. He represents the entire forum to the government and also to the MSME sector. If you notice and if you see what he's written about, he has his presence in 46 countries and the network of 46 countries. And all of this, he started around 25 years back from Pune, and now a national company has been established. He is also a proud horizon. Anybody who wishes to have any freight forwarding understanding, learning, or solutions should definitely approach Anand Paranspe. Thank you very much for that. I'm assuming that Anand is not there today. Very happy to share that we also have Shobha Ranganathanji, who she's the first lady. I don't know if Shobha has joined us. Yes, Shobha is there. Shobha, I'm going to allow you to talk. I mean, you could do a better job with that. Shobha runs Shobha's Group Tuition, a very, very unique way of teaching, completely focused on real education, not just by filling up classes. I have personally visited that. I've seen that, and it is amazing. She is also the second educationalist in this entire group called Arise. The first is me, and the second is she. So we are in minority, but don't worry, Shobha, we will work together and we'll be in majority because everybody around us is all into manufacturing and automation. Now you and me will make Arise more strong in education as well. So that's how it is. She is also, because I know her also, she's also received a lot of awards. Shobha, if I give you say 30 seconds, would you be able to share something about yourself?
Sure. Hello, everybody. And I'm Shobha Iyer, Shobha Ranganathan and Shobha Iyer, founder of Shobha's Group Tuitions, known to be an impacting coaching institute with a vision to advancing culturally, should I say, to create stronger individuals in head and heart. When I say head and heart, it means both academically and non-academically as well. A couple of awards that I have received, if I could quickly say, it is Progressive Delivery Award, then Asia Pacific Excellence Award in Education. I have also received an award from Mr. Dr. Rishikesh Senapati, the former director of NCRT, and Professor C.B. Sharma, who is the former chairman of NIOS again. And I've done my NLP and multiple intelligence quotient theory also. That's helped me to develop a holistic approach towards academics. And under the guidance of Dr. Yogesh Pawar, I think that's the path that I've got now. And just as we heard, the new horizon who is joined, knowing is making his presence in 46 countries. I think under the shadow of Dr. Yogesh Pawar, that's what is going to also be for me. So I'm so very thankful, sir, to choose me as your mentee. And I'm very fortunate to have you as my mentor. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine. Okay, so yes, over to you, Niranjan, back.
Yes. So we will quickly go through activities that we have carried out in past few months, and those are coming up. Let me share my screen. Yes, sir. Can you allow me to share? Yep. Right.
You're allowed to share.
Yes. Got the button there. So this year we started with our foundation day that was on 1st of May, and with two wonderful leaders, Partha Ghosh and Atul Srivastavaji. A great discussion on that day. As Yogesh sir has explained us, Arise Recovery Clinic, a wonderful program by Arise, wherein the members get benefit to recover their money, different ways of tackling their issues and helping them to grow further. A wonderful morning session with Dr. Yogesh Pawar again, and it has helped many of our members. The feedback was so great that they have requested to have one more session in coming time, which we will definitely take up. Anandji, who has become our member, was wonderful on that evening, where he helped us to assess how we can do international trade, how we can do export, and what are the basic requirements, how we can excel into the international trade. Another wonderful session by Sri Narendra Pawarji, who comes from the rural part of Maharashtra and has built a very big association of around 750 youths, creating 100 crores of company in agriculture marketing. A lot of thoughts, level touching to everyone's mind, that how a small business can be scaled up to such a big, large, scenario. Another very mesmerizing session, I would say, on 13th of June, that's a Sunday, last Sunday. Sri Swami Mukundanaji with us, and many members have again come back to us saying that we would love to have so many sessions with Sri Swami Mukundanaji, and definitely we will have more spiritual sessions also on our group, which help us our morale, and which help us to strengthen our belief in the system. We also enjoyed and celebrated Yoga Day on this Monday. Harshal, our member, has taken us through Isha Foundation Yoga, and it was a short but very nice session with us. And we would like also to make more yoga sessions for our members. He is also interested to give tips and tricks to be fit and do more in our life. Next, I would take you to the upcoming sessions that are scheduled this Sunday, that is on 27th morning. We will have a sessions with Swami Ganotsalji, life lessons to business lessons. Please do join us. Please register. The links are already open. On 6th of July, we have a fun talk where Sri Madhav Ganpuliji will take us on the GST and related laws. Then 3 next sessions which are coming up in July are on 17th July, we will have Innovation Day, followed by Scale Up Forum on 24th of July. And again on 31st of July, we will have a Synergy Meet as we are having in the month of June today. So these are the programs which are planned for the upcoming month. Do join us, do share your feedback. Tell us what exactly has benefited you, what you would like to see from us, how you can also contribute to these programs. Thank you. I request Srinivasi to take over the program from here, introduce the guest, and start a presentation from Mr. Nitin Agrawal ji.
Yeah, I welcome Mr. Nitin Agrawal ji. And for the benefit of the community, let me introduce our guest today. So Mr. Nitin Agrawal, he is a B mechanical engineer from Bangalore Institute of Technology. He has done his PGD from Naval Architect from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. He has also done a management program from Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow. He worked with Indian Navy for 10 years. And in the last 8 years, he's associated with Larsen and Toubro, where he had worked as business development manager for various products within Larsen and Toubro. And the last 3 years, he's heading the business development for the online B2B E Commerce platform that L&T has just launched or in the phase of launching. So I request Nitin Agrawal ji to please take over and share your presentation with us.
So thank you very much. Thank you once again to the entire RISE team. I would like to thank Dr. Yogesh, Mr. Niranjan, and Mr. Srinivas to provide us an opportunity to speak to this esteemed gathering. In fact, I feel privileged to be part of such an event, and let me tell you, I'm really overwhelmed by the thought process and the activities what this organization is doing. So, which is really inspiring for any of the member, not only member, but the non-members who will be associating through one or the any other way with this organization. So I'll just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So as you all know, L&T is a conglomerate involved in various businesses, right from construction, defense, hydrocarbon, shipbuilding, manufacturing. And it's always been our endeavor to be contributing to the nation building, to the nation growth. And we have always been coming out with various kinds of services or products through which we can contribute not only to the nation building, but to the entire system within the country and get mutual growth, not only for the nation, but obviously for the organization also. So in line with this thought, L&T has coming out with B2B e-commerce platform. It's a B2B e-commerce marketplace for MSMEs, mainly for industrial and construction products. So as we all know, MSMEs is the backbone of the Indian economy. And for that matter, I must say it's the backbone for all the economy across the globe. And to create more favorable, more congenial kind of marketplace or ecosystem, L&T is coming up with the platform named L&T SuFin. So SuFin is an acronym for supply chain and finance. So I'll present you a few slides, what exactly we are planning to do, how are we going to target the pain points, and how are we leveraging the strength of the market and our own experience, and what all offerings we have got for this industry through this platform. So as you all have seen or gone through a lot of B2B e-commerce marketplace or platform, but most of them are actually a discovery platform. And thinking about, there are a lot of other activities which are required to be undertaken. So L&T is trying to come out with an integrated platform for buyers and sellers, which will not be only a discovery platform, but will also provide a provision for transactions. And these transactions can be as straightforward as we do on Amazon and Flipkart. And what we know that how this industry works. So we have got options like request for quotations along with the credit period, what buyers and sellers can decide once they deal offline while doing any kind of these transactions. We all know that logistic is one of the very critical part of this entire transaction. And let me tell you, logistics are available, but logistics are available for the volume with respect to the price, with respect to the weight, with respect to the capacity. But here L&T is trying to come out with a solution where we can support anyone and anybody with any kind of logistic needs which are to be taken care of all across the country. And we all know, as a MSME or maybe as any part of any sector of the industry, finance is the most important pillar which is required for our sustainability and for our growth. So with this platform, we are also coming up with various kind of solutions which can support and meet the working capital requirement of the various MSMEs. So what exactly has asked us to, or maybe how this thought process has come up with L&T to come out with this platform. So L&T has been dealing with a lot of MSMEs. If I give you the numbers, so we deal around 70,000 to 80,000 MSME vendors all across the country. And we do a transaction of around 1 lakh crore with all MSMEs within a year. So while dealing with MSMEs, we do understand a lot of their pain points, and then we have thought and tried that how we can leverage various things to ensure that these pain points could be addressed. So let me start with what all we are going to address and how we are going to address. So through this platform, we will provide a wider market access. So as we all know, as MSMEs, we have been interacting with a lot of MSMEs, and barring few, most of them are operating within their own zone or maybe own area of operations, which could be, let's say, 300, 400, 500 kilometers, or maybe with the customers who may be far off, but maybe a known customer. So L&T, with its digital platform and the availability and physical distribution center all across the country, we will ensure that we provide the market access to anybody sitting in Pune who can reach out to the customer, maybe in Coimbatore or Guwahati or maybe somewhere in Punjab. So this is a kind of network we are going to create for any MSMEs who can leverage their strength, but could not leverage because of a lot of other constraints they are facing. Now, another thing is getting access to large buyers. So we all know all the large corporates, they have their own set of suppliers, and they deal with them with their lot of specifications markings, which does not allow other MSMEs to enter inside that area. So L&T is very much focused, once they are coming up with this platform, that we will ensure that there are mid and large companies who will operate on this platform, who will purchase from this platform, which will provide all MSMEs the equal level playing field, and who get access to all these marketplaces, which are generally not accessible by them. And if in case once they get access to these marketplaces, so obviously they can create their own network and generate the volume which they have been denied of because of their own large buyers set of suppliers. And we also know that lack of trust between operators and participants. So obviously, once a small MSME is, maybe let us say, sitting somewhere in a small town of Maharashtra, if he has to operate somebody with in Coimbatore or maybe in Delhi or maybe in Rajasthan, so operating with these kinds of partners is definitely lurable, but definitely there's challenges also, and the biggest challenge is trust. So let me tell you, we are going to come up with this credible platform. And once I'm talking about credible platform, that means we will 100% ensure there will not be any kind of spurious people, those who will be interacting or maybe transacting on this platform. And for this, what we are doing is, we have got a levels of checks and balances. If somebody is going to onboard on this platform, there will be a lot of levels through which we will scrutinize those sellers and buyers before getting them onboarded. So we will ensure that the credibility of this platform, along with the credibility of the credible operators, is maintained. And you will be surprised to know that this is the first of its kind of platform where we are not checking the verifications only for sellers. Generally, in most of the platforms, sellers are the one who need to verify their credentials, their maybe balance sheets, maybe their bank accounts and all warehouses and all those things. And buyers are the one who anybody can come, let it be, they can pose as a fake buyers and can put up fake inquiries. So this is the first of its kind. We are going to have verifications for our buyers also. And we will not let any of these spurious players come on this platform and dupe anybody because of their fake identity. So this is the kind of credibility which we are trying to build up in this platform through, because we know we have got a lot of credible people who wants to operate with the credible people, but they are, because of few unsocial or untrustworthy people, a lot of MSMEs or a lot of these people miss out for spreading their business or maybe taking their business to the new height. Getting credit from formal financial system, we all know it is a tedious job, it is a troublesome job, and maybe it takes a lot of pain, I must say. So to tackle this kind of issues, we are now tying up with a lot of banks. We have also tied up with a lot of NBFC partners, and we ensure to provide various kinds of financial solutions to our onboarded partners. And let me ensure you that once we are tying up with these partners, banking partners or NBFC partners, so we will also ensure that whatever services we offer, which will definitely be much better than what any of the customer can get in the open marketplace. Now, another pain point is lack of reliable logistic partners. So there are good logistic players in the market, but once I talk about maybe the small volume of logistic package which needs to be delivered, let's say if we have to deliver a small packet somewhere from Nasik to maybe somewhere in Banaras in UP. So it will not be very viable for anybody to operate with such kind of a small volume. Let it be with the weight, with the size, or with the financials involved with that packet. But L&T is tying up with a lot of reliable delivery partners where we will ensure that any of the seller on this platform can transact with whatever value they want to transact, and we will ensure that their products are delivered on time and in the right condition. And we take the onus for the entire insurance and everything for that product. What are the value propositions we are offering? As I've already discussed, so obviously it's a convenience. There will be a quick purchase. There will be a RFQ, which nobody has come up till now in any of their platform. We will be giving the very clear-cut delivery timelines. We will also be very transparent with the landing prices and the customer prices and the selling prices. There will be 100% transparency which will be maintained, which generally some of the other time with other kinds of various components people include once they do offline transactions. Third is L&T has got a deep knowledge about the industrial and construction products, because this is our forte. We have been working for last 80 years in this industry, in the industrial product and construction product. So we understand the entire taxonomy of the various products. And once we are onboarding anybody on our platform, so even if that fellow is selling some product, but might not be very well versed with the specifications, with the technicalities, so we ensure that all those things are taken care of because of our experience and the vast experience we get and the knowledge we have, and the transfer that knowledge to ensure the quality and to ensure the trust on the platform. Now, innovative products. So obviously, as of now, whatever requirement is there with the buyer, they just go with that one kind of component on one kind of equipment what they buy. So through this platform, we are also trying to build a wide variety of categories where buyer can look for various different kind of products, which they might not be accessing as of now because of their whatever limitations. And as I mentioned, finance is going to be the most important part of this platform, where we will be providing variety of solutions to our MSME partners, and definitely in a much better way compared to the open market. What are the value proposition for seller? So I'll just go one by one. Increased business volume. So as I mentioned, we will ensure that we will have a big volume buyers on this platform, so that any of the MSME, any of the company can connect with these buyers and can get access to the volume buying. As I mentioned, we have got a product knowledge, so we will ensure that anybody who doesn't have a catalog, or maybe catalog which is not up to the mark, our technical team will support to ensure that their product get listed in a very professional way with all the specifications and all the technical parameters which are required for the proper search by any of the customer of that product. And definitely this will increase the sales size. We will ensure that the sales volume are increased, and obviously this will give a very big platform, because many times the inventory is one of the biggest pain for the companies, and they can utilize this platform to clear off their inventory as per their terms and conditions. Greater market reach. So as I mentioned, so we will be operating throughout the country and all nook and corner of the country. So we'll ensure that anybody can operate with any of the customer or seller all across the country. And brand awareness. So once we are going to target the big sector of MSMEs on this platform, and once we will have maybe thousands and lakhs of MSMEs operating on this platform, so this will also act as a channel for the companies to create a brand awareness. And there will be other means and ways which we will come out, which will specifically provide support to the companies. And there will be a lot of market information which can be gathered once we will start operating. So there will be a lot of information which can be channelized through this platform, and that can be utilized by the company for their operations, how they have to scale, where they have to scale, and how they have to utilize their manpower. So all those kinds of insights we will be providing through this platform. Overall, this has to improve efficiency. That's the reason we have come in the marketplace, and that's the reason we are very confident that everybody will be feeling it once they will be experiencing it, once they will be onboarding with us. So there are hardly any, in fact, I must say there's no cost at all involved for onboarding this platform. As of now, we are not charging any kind of subscription fees, and this will never be there also. Subscription fees will be there for a special kind of maybe privileges or maybe some kind of special activities which you want to undertake on this platform. But otherwise, anyone and anybody can get on board on this platform without any subscription fees and can participate on this. The biggest challenge, as Mr. Dr. Yogesh has also mentioned, that this organization has also been trying to ensure that receivables are taken care of. So we ensure that if you transact on this platform, then we have got a very clear-cut tag with the buyers and with the sellers, and we ensure that the money comes to you. So the biggest challenge for anybody to operate in the open market is the receivables. So this platform will resolve this biggest issue with the companies, where we get in between and ensure that the receivables are there with the seller on time. And what is there for the buyer? So buyer, obviously, it's a cost saving. Right now, the buyer is purchasing with their set of suppliers, but once we provide the sellers who can provide good quality product in time and with cost effective efficiency. So obviously, I mean, the buyer will have a big marketplace, and obviously it being a discovery platform, they will have options for n number of their suppliers. Clean master material data. So generally, if a big contractor is there who is having sites in different locations, purchasing at different locations, not having the data in one place. So this platform will also provide like a upgradation for the entities, those who are not into this kind of maintaining the database, because once you operate on this, you will exactly know what is your buying requirement, where is your inventory managed, how you can transfer the products from one place to other, and how much timelines will be required for purchase of that equipment or maybe machinery. Easy finances, reliable delivery partners. That is again a big challenge for any buyer, that to ensure that they get a delivery on time, because we know that once we are dealing with a lot of items which will be very critical for the operation of the organization, and we will ensure that once we are tying up with any of the delivery partner and ensuring and giving up and committing some date, so we will ensure that we will be delivering before that only. And as I mentioned, there will be a secured transactions, because it will be through L&T platform, and there will be a secured gateway, so one can be rest assured that there will be no hiccups with the payments to the seller or maybe from the buyer side. So this is, I'll just give you a perspective of how this L&T SuFin page looks like. It's our landing page, and this is what we all are offering. Like we have got product categories, we have got ad banners. We're going to come up with popular deals. We will have RFQ tab. We will have also a notification tab where any seller or buyer can easily track their orders and their payment things. And we also have a multi-level profile management. Like for the corporate, we know that there are organizations where There is a user department, there is an approval department, there is a payment department. So we have got a multi-level profile management where maybe the user can raise the request, maybe the approver or the checker can check it, and then finally the approver can approve the request, and the payment can be made by some other person. So all this profile management can be done on this platform. So it will be as good as the way you are dealing offline in your organization. The same organization structure can be created on this platform. So as of now, we have come up with 40 plus categories, as I mentioned, mostly in industrial and electrical products, construction products. And slowly we are continuously adding a lot of categories as our sellers and buyers are coming on board this platform. So this definitely is going to increase in the coming time. And this is my last slide. I just want to showcase, I'm not going to read anything, but I'm just going to showcase that our CEO and MD, Mr. S.N. Subramaniam, he's very vocal about these digital platforms all across the media, all across the marketplace, all across the business forums. Because it is not, L&T is not only investing money in this platform, but we are investing a lot of our experience, lot of our knowledge about the products, and all those things we are doing because we know we have to come out with the best of product, which will be extremely useful for our clients who will be operating out of this platform and ensuring the best of services to them. So I would like, as of now, our platform is not commercially launched, and which we will be launching maybe by within few months by end of this year. But the platform is right now live, and we have a lot of sellers and buyers, a lot of categories, and most of our sellers and buyers have already started transacting. So as of now, there are no subscription fees, no transaction fees, only gateway charges which are being charged. So I would request each and every one of you to get onboarded on this platform. Please experience, please make your product live. We will support your team. Our team will support your team to ensure that your products are visible in the best possible professional way, so that they can be highlighted and they can be easily covered by the buyer once they are searching for the product. So I request each and everyone to please come on board. And obviously, and I would also request that please do some transactions, because that will give us a very important feedback from your side. And before we do a commercial launch, we would like that we come up with the best of products. So any kind of changes, any kind of inputs, what we get from each and every one of our client, we will try to incorporate in the best possible way so that we come out with the best product for you. So I will really look forward that most of the Arise members will be part of this platform. And as Dr. Yogesh has come up with this kind of thought process, that everybody should leverage each other's strength. So let me tell you that we would also like that mutually we should leverage each other's strength and support each other, and let us grow together. So with this, I again thanks Arise organization. I thank Dr. Yogesh, Mr. Niranjan for providing us this opportunity. So along with me, I would just now hand over to my colleague, Mr. Kuldeep, who will just talk about the financial solutions, because that is one of the very important section which we are covering on our platform. So over to you, Mr. Srinivas, and then maybe Kuldeep can take over.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Kuldeep. Yes.
Yes. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly present my screen. Okay. I hope it's visible to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just quickly run you through, like Nitin mentioned, ours is a platform which is an integrated platform where we intend to, provide all type of services to SMEs, be it your normal purchase, sale, or logistic services, or financing. And right now, financing is something which is a challenge area in terms of SMEs are not getting enough fund. Maybe Reason being, information asymmetry is there, business is going through a downward trend. So all those things are there. So what we have thought is we should be able to get financing for the vendors who are listed on the SuFin platform, and we intend to help SMEs in every possible way, be it in their regular working capital, basically what they are using in their day-to-day activities, in regular purchase of material. Also, if they want to do specific business with respect to platform, we also offer those kind of specific financing facilities. And in open banking facilities, which is very similar to your regular working capital limits which are given. And also we are providing term loan facilities. So any kind of capex requirement, plant expansion, anywhere new warehouse setup, anything, any machine purchase, all those kind of facilities can also be provided. So here we have tied up with multiple lenders. Right now we are live with 3, and we are tying up with multiple small lenders, NBFCs, so that we are able to service every type of a customer. And we are also we have tied up with PSB 59 minutes, and this is a special tie-up. So we are able to reach out to approximately 15 to 20 PSU banks, so that even if an SME is in some certain tier 2 or a tier 3 type of a city, and the private bank is not there over there to service, we should be able to service those customers also. Additionally, to make the journey of the customers peaceful and risk free, because today the problem is, after COVID, people are not willing to branch out of their regular space. So we have created these digital paths, so people can, for example, with ICICI Bank, we have enabled the digital journey. So you can get a proper sanction, which is actual sanction. It's not a in principle type of a letter, actual sanction within 15 minutes. And only the bank RM will visit you for taking your signatures, because KYC is mandatory in the banking. So all those kind of systems have been enabled. Additionally, to provide working capital support at a much cheaper price than generally SMEs get. And also a lot of SMEs face problem in terms of security, because the collateral is not there, or maybe there's a challenge in terms of, because business, no, they don't have their own house or own their space, they are staying in rental spaces and all. So if collateral is not there, banks generally don't sanction. But we have tied up with the partner banks who are willing to give overdraft facilities up to 25 lakh at 12%, and this is without collateral. So those kind of specialized benefits we are able to get from lenders for the platform vendors. So, and the journey, because like I mentioned, these are COVID times, it's you have to make this journey digital, so that SME should not, so he doesn't need to visit the branch, because any hour wasted in branch is the time which he is losing out on the business side. So he should be able to get the entire digital experience, and digitally only, sitting in his office or in his manufacturing location, they should be able to apply for lending. So they don't need to visit the branch. So all those kind of facilities we have enabled on the platform, so that SME's life can be made peaceful. And the financing, which is one of the core pillars which Nitin mentioned earlier, we should be able to support SMEs in that. Yeah, that's end of the presentation from my side. Any specific question you have, you can please ask.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Nitin ji. Thank you so much, Kuldeep ji.
Thank you.
I think yes, we have certain questions which our association would like to ask, and for the benefit of the community, we will take certain questions. Before getting into question and answering session, of course, what I have understood from whatever Nitin ji has presented and whatever Kuldeep ji has presented, in short, we are talking about an Amazon for engineering goods. If I can simply put it, it's like an Amazon and or a Flipkart for engineering goods, where as on today we only have discovery platforms in the market where we can post ourselves and we can connect buyers and sellers. But this is a platform where we can really buy. And of course, there are a lot of benefits, as you have rightly said. So to start with, about the registration process, because yes, we all would like to get connected into the portal and start taking the benefits, both as buyers and sellers. If you can just enlighten us on how simple is the registration process, and are there any differences between logging in as a buyer and as a seller?
Yes, Mr. Srinivas. So there are any can also can register as a buyer. So buyer, seller. I mean, you can register both as a buyer and seller. And there are a list of documents which we require, because, as I mentioned, because we want all genuine players to be on the platform. So those are very basic documents, like your GST, maybe PAN number, your certification from MSA, or your partnership deal. So we have got a set of documents which we require, and then subsequently our team will do the entire KYC. And then once everything is done, we give you a confirmation that you are onboarded on this platform. So as of now, our team individually can approach each and every one of your members. So either we can get a list from you, whosoever wants to, or maybe I can suggest, as of now, I can just write in a chat box the name of my colleague, email of my colleague, with whom they can at least share their details, and then subsequently one associate can connect with them and can ensure that onboarding is in a very smooth way.
Okay, that would be great.
My colleague's name is Prashant Kumar Singh. So I'll just share his email ID. So in anybody can share their requirement over there, or maybe details. On the other side, we can also take from you, sir, if you can provide us the details. So subsequently we can contact.
Sure, it will be great if you can just post an email ID, of course, and the link where our team can members can go in, log in, and just try to register themselves. Okay, now next question which comes to my mind, generally while buying engineering goods, generally there's a philosophy where we would like to compare quotations, as you have said in one of your slides, where you have multiple levels of approvals, where you have an RFQ generated, then you have a technical approval, then a commercial approval, and then maybe a purchase order which goes out. So is there any mode where this comparison and where we want to buy goods for our businesses, we can understand and negotiate on all these three levels, or it is like a no bid platform where you put your best bids?
No, definitely you can do it. So we are trying to build up the offline activities over here. So you can send a RFQ to as many buyers, as many sellers you want. And you can also give a deadline that within 3 days or 5 days, they have to respond to those RFQs. And then you can, we also have a platform where you can compare their specifications along with their quotes. And while making the purchase also, you can also give your terms and conditions for payment or for delivery. And similarly, from seller side also, he can also mention that these are the terms and conditions which I would like to have, or maybe I can negotiate with you. So all those features will be there in the platform.
Okay, wonderful. We have one question from one of our members, Mr. Suresh Kamath. How to handle rejection of material by buyers owing to quality or any dispute?
So as far as quality is concerned, so L&T will definitely pitch in if somebody is saying that quality is not good. So definitely our team will take care of this, that and we will be party to it to ensure that whether the buyer is right or maybe the seller is right. In case the product is not suitable for the buyer, so we ensure that the product is returned back and the money is also returned back.
Okay. So even if the money has been paid to the supplier, the money can be bought back, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'll tell you what the process is. The money is once it is paid by the buyer, it comes to L&T account, SuFin account, and once the buyer gives okay that goods received and GRN note is prepared and uploaded on the system, then subsequently only we transfer the money to seller's account. Otherwise, in the case of RFQ, maybe if the terms are negotiated between seller and buyer that, okay, 20% I will pay on the placement of order, 50% in dispatch and remaining 30% on delivery. So on the same timelines, we transfer the money to the supplier.
Okay. So just to add what Nitin said, see, this is not, I'll say, as straightforward as Amazon, because this is business transaction which is happening between two businesses, right? So, one is we have set in enough processes and mechanism to avoid, that return piece. And if return happens, or if some kind of quality thing is there, that sufficient, I'll say, operations processes have been put in place. Second is on the platform itself, we the specifications are highlighted and detailed out properly. So when a buyer is purchasing, actually he is able to see it in much more clear details, like what kind of product he is purchasing. So all those mechanism is been put in place to avoid that buyer says no to the say material, saying this is not what I have actually asked for. So all those things has been put in place, so that experience of buyer and seller both is good.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kuldeep ji.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next question. I understand this concept is unique for engineering goods or goods that we may want to buy and sell. Since you also added and said that there are logistics which are being tied up, and that is one of the advantages working with you. As I understand, in our business, we have a lot of sites where our people are working. So in case if I have to buy something and ship out directly to something in Chennai, and let's say something in North India, so I can just place in orders in the SuFin website, and the shipping address can be put anywhere in the country. So is this understanding right?
Yes. So as of now, exactly. So we are targeting to cover all the pin codes, and we understand there could be some places where the reachability, the reach might be difficult. So in the coming time, we will be ensuring that even those areas can be catered. So as of now, if I say, I mean, at least 90 to 95% of the locations will be covered. More than 22,000 pin codes we are covering right now. And that's what I mentioned. Ki once people will start operating out of this platform, and we will keep getting feedback. So we will try to come up with the best of solutions.
And that bill to ship to address, like I think you are specifically, so that kind of facility is there, like bill to address is different and ship to address can be different. And within same order also, if you are saying ki, you have placed order of 50 different things, half of the things you want to ship to your site one, a part of the things you want to ship to site two, all those things can be done. So we can create a single order for multi sites across the country and have a bill to address to a single site, a single your maybe office address and all that.
Okay.
That's possible.
Okay. Understood. Yeah, that's nice to know. I think that's one of the key advantages which we have, because logistics handling becomes a very key area of concern in many of the transactions that happen. So before getting into developing this platform, is there any global benchmark that L&T has done to ensure that whatever we are rolling out is up to whatever international standards?
See, as far as international standards, if I talk about, we actually don't have any other player other than Alibaba, which is also now on the declining stage, to be very true. If you ask our standards, so see, L&T itself is also utilizing these services for our L&T other divisions. So because our own standards are globally at the global level. So first we are going to try out each and everything at our level, then only we are going to launch this. So we have already come across all those levels of checks and balances, which has to be taken care of. That's why we've done a soft launch. And obviously we know that still there could be some feedback which will be required to improve it, and which we will continue keep working upon before we get into the commercial launch.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I think in one of your slides you also mentioned that as a buyer, we have quality assurance. And of course, in the quality, you said you have return of money guaranteed. And you also said that on the cost, we have buying advantage where we can optimize our input cost. So is there any kind of benchmarking which is done so that the buyer has an assurance that he need not do all the jugglery where he has to collect reports and work around, try to understand if he's buying at the right price or not? Is that also something which SuFin is taking care?
So that will actually, it's a part of ecosystem like demand and supply, and pricing is part of the marketplace. So to be very true, L&T cannot get into that fix up the pricing in the marketplace, but obviously the one who will provide the best of price, and all those benchmarking will come with the peers. Like if he's getting quotes from 5 vendors, so and he's been purchasing offline through his own vendor, so he knows exactly what are the market rates, and these kinds of data will be with AI system, which will keep build on and will create a lot of reports and information for the buyer that these are the prevalent market rates. And then he can understand that these are the costing which he will be having for buying any of the product from very particular area, or maybe from through particular timelines.
Okay, understood. Yeah, we have one question from Mr. Anand Paranspe. Anandji, I have not understood your question. If you can unmute yourself and please ask. Anandji, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, Anandji, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for such a nice presentation. And my question is only when we are talking about the collection of my sales. For example, if I'm selling through this platform, so whatever invoice I raise in financing, is L&T going to forfeiture my invoice? Is forfeiting facilities available? Means, will you discount my sales invoice and pay me upfront, or you will pay me only after receipt from the buyer?
So I'll just take Nitin that question. So one is with respect to, if you take enable financing facility through the platform, and we have this facility with one of our partner bank. In that particular case, if you take that particular facility, then you will be able to get your purchase order itself discounted and take the money upfront. And second is where it is not a financed transaction. In that particular case, once the money is received from the buyer, then that money will be passed on when it is clear to do it's clear to be made payment to you. That time that will be given to you. But if you want that money upfront, then you can avail financing facility of the platform. And even before the buyer pays, or even before you ship the material, you should be able to get the money from the bank.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for the clarification.
Thank you, Anand.
Okay, so there's another question posted by Mr. Pandit. Is there any limit for minimum value of transaction through L&T SuFin?
See, as of now, we are also undertaking transactions of the value of 1,500, 2,000 also. So as of now, if you ask me, we can say 1,000 rupees, above 1,000 rupees value transaction. But we also know once MSME is handling, so the kind of value and volume they will be handling.
Okay.
But yes, even if you want to try at this point of time with the minimum value of the amount which needs to be transacted, please feel free to come on platform and do the transactions.
Thank you, sir. So is the platform having facility for tendering of some products?
No. Tendering is not there, but if you say somebody has, there will be, as we have mentioned, that our platform will have a banner like offers and all. So if seller has to come up with some kind of offer for his product for the buyers, so maybe that can be highlighted. Maybe that will have their own commercials involved with that. But as of now, no tendering.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to say for example, want to give a deal, see specific deal discounts are going to give. For example, if you want to sell 50% off, 20% off, those kind of thing can be done. But the tender process, which is basically a reverse RFQ, where seller is auctioning material, that is right now not on live on the platform. We are building it, so that it will come after some time. But till that particular time, if you want to sell your specific material, you can sell it through deals also. So that mechanism is available.
Thank you, Gurdeep ji. All right, so I think we have no more questions on the chat box. I think we have one more question from Mr. Narendra. Is there direct communication between buyer and seller, as many products are made to order in B2B marketplace?
So as of now, we are coming up with the standard products. We are not coming up with the customized products. So this kind of category only we don't have. Maybe in future we will have this. So that time we will come out with some solution for that.
But buyers and sellers will not communicate here in this platform, is it?
They can communicate. They can very well communicate on this platform.
Yeah. So for example, if a buyer has posted an RFQ, he needs certain changes in the specifications. He can, he can talk to the buyer.
It can be done through mail system on the platform. Even the live chat is available on the platform. Seller and buyer can negotiate sitting live on the platform about their negotiation. I mean, about their terms and conditions.
Okay. So Kuldeep ji, I think in your presentation, the presentation you have made, you were talking about both secured and unsecured finance. All right. So generally, you have shown us that there are certain tie-ups with banks. So all the financing that L&T will be doing is everything is through banks. It's not self-financed. Is the
absolutely right? Yeah. So that's the reason why L&T have chosen lenders, because a bank has a scale and they will be able to give you much better commercials, rate, etc., and all other facilities also. So if I as a platform choose to finance, then that scale is not achieved. In that particular case, the commercial, the kind of benefits, all those things I will not be able to provide, because I'm not a bank or an NBFC. Right. So that is why we are tying up with all different type of bank. It's not, see, the top tier private banks, the top tier PSU banks, top NBFCs and small finance bank, so that we are able to help every type of SME. So whether it's a secured lending you require or unsecured lending you require, if the credit score is slightly lower, then certain kind of lenders are there who are willing to finance over there. If your credit score and everything is very good, then we have lenders, PSU lenders available, or very good private lenders who will give you a very, very good commercial and rate. So entire bouquet of products is available, and our entire bouquet of banks is available, so that everybody can be serviced.
So as I understand, the process is simple. So when we are on board with L&T SuFin, so for us the process is simplified. We don't have to run across banks, and a part of financing is easy. Is that understanding right?
Yes. One place you apply, we will reach out to all those lenders. We have the digital connects with lenders. So you have to apply once, and all the lenders will, whoever is best suitable, he will be able to give you you don't need to go to each of them.
Wonderful. So we have another question from Mr. Manish. So generally what happens in MSMEs, we have tailor-made products also that we get it manufactured. So for example, if as a buyer, if I want to get some customized parts bought from the platform, is there a provision in this platform?
No. So the same thing I answered previously, that we are right now not into customized selling. We are selling standard products on this platform right now. So maybe we might come up with this kind of thing in future. But as of now, only standard products will be sold.
Okay. So the unsecured loan that we are having, is it like an OD? If we have sole banking with existing bank, is the bank which you have tie up, they are willing to fund? So for example, all of us MSEs here, MSMEs who are listening to this talk, Most of us have OD facilities and let's say term loan facilities. So, can they avail, or can we avail the benefits of unsecured loans that you have been talking about?
Yeah, you can avail. So only difference what it comes is, if you have already availed a level, bank does an assessment. So if and bank does an assessment and overall level. So if the assessment says you have you can maximum avail a OD limit of say 30 lakh, and then and you have already taken a OD limit from another bank, say 20 lakh rupees, then technically you are eligible only for 10 lakh rupees, because bank has to do that entire assessment mechanism as per the RBI policies and committees and all. But you can avail unsecured overdraft even if you have an overdraft facility availed from your existing lenders.
Okay. So may I request, I think the number and the email ID that you have posted, our members can contact there for the registration. Is it correct?
Yes, so for Pune, in fact, for anyone, I mean, they can contact Prashant Kumar Singh, that is prashant.kumarsingh@larsen2bro.com. Please share your details over there. Or maybe if you can support us, so maybe they can share with you and we can get the details from you subsequently. And we ensure that our person will approach you and discuss the things with you.
All right. Wonderful. So, so I think that's it from the question answer session. Any closing comments, Nitinji, you want to make?
So other than what we have presented, I must say I was really inspired. I am inspired by the way the activities which has been performed. And as Dr. Yogesh has said, it is not only numbers which we are talking about in this forum, so which is generally the main motive. But obviously there is life other than numbers, and which this organization is taking care of for its members. So that's really inspiring, and anybody would like to be part of these kinds of forums where a person can really learn with the peers and with such a highly intellectual people. So thank you again. I feel privileged to be part of this forum, and thanks again for giving us opportunity to present this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nitinji. Over to Niranjan.
Thank you for a very wonderful session. I would like Dr. Yogesh Pawar and Gopalji to take over the session with members discussion. Shri, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Can I request Dr. Yogesh? Yeah.
I'm not sure if Yogesh sir is here.
Okay.
Anandji can take over.
Yes. Please.
Anandji, are you there?
Yeah, Shri. Gopal this side.
Yes, Gopal.
Yeah, very good evening to all the Arise members and the guest Agrawal ji and Kuldeep ji. I would like to ask or want to say to our existing members of Horizon who are facing certain say challenges or their requirements or say the programs or the services they are expecting from our forum. So I would like to know from Horizon's existing members, tell us in the improvement area or in the suggestion area, what Arise can serve you more better, the programs or the live sessions or digital platform. So I would like to hear from Horizons any suggestions or recommendations or improvements are welcome to go the journey ahead.
You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Okay. Okay, no issues. We, as an Arise platform, coming up with a number of programs, value addition programs in coming months. So that will be benefited to our community. So I would like to request members to suggest any specific required programs, specific required companies or guests if they want to hear from them. And also I would like to request non-members to become a member. We have such a good experience of existing members of last 3 to 4 years. They are getting benefited to collaborations, to learnings, to knowledge sharing, and a number of activities which the other platform doesn't have, or in a very less quantity. So thanks. Over to Niranjan, sir.
Nice. Thanks. So, Gopalji, I think we are at the end of the session. I would like to thank everyone who has been part of this session. Special thanks to team L&T, Mr. Nitin Agrawal ji, Kuldeep ji, and giving us a very wonderful presentation and insights of this solution. So on this evening, let us get into this new path of digitization and grow our business, and keep logging into the events which are coming up in next time, and have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nitin ji. Thanks, Kuldeep ji.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.